Welcome back to Let's Talk Live. Today we're talking pension plans, or these days lack thereof. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, during the early 1990s, 35% of private industry employees were working for an employer that provided a pension. Listen to this number. By 2011, that number had dropped to only 18%. Here to talk to us this morning about all of this is Larry Spath, founder and president of Retirement Protection Solutions, who joins us all the time here on Let's Talk Live. Larry also hosts his very own radio show every Sunday morning at 10 a.m. on WAML, and we're glad to have you back here again today to talk about this, because that is a startling decline in pensions for working Americans. What's up with that?
Sure, so that's an amazing number, but if you really go back in history a little bit, you find out that remember back when our parents maybe had the pension programs and the automobile industry and all those different businesses had those pension plans. Well, basically the 401k came along, and that was great for the employer because basically he could say, hey, I don't have to bother with this pension problem anymore. We're going to just dump it on you, the employee, and give you this thing called a 401k. So now your investments, your retirement is basically in your own hands and off the back of the employer. So for them, great deal. For you, actually pretty good, because we know how many pension programs have gone bust over the years, right? We've all heard about it in the news, etc. So here's the real trick, probably, with your 401ks, your IRAs, your TSPs, is to roll them over either at age 59 and a half, or if you quit one job and you move to the other, what are you going to do with that old 401k, right?
Right.
So you want to roll it over. But here's the secret. When you roll it over, we're going to move it to an indexed retirement account. And when you do that, there's something called an income account value. So we're planning for future income. So get this. The income account value gets a 10% match from an insurance company when you roll over, and 10% growth, simple, per year.
Wow.
Until you turn on your lifetime income like a pension. So people are thinking, how am I going to have retirement income for the rest of my life?
Right.
And maybe even a little bit of long-term care type options.
Yeah.
Well, simply by using the right tool and rolling over or out some of your TSP or 401k at age 59 and a half, you can capture a 10% bonus, 10% growth, no market risk as guaranteed by an insurance company, and then convert that to income. So think about it, after 1 year, that's 20% growth on your income account value. That's huge.
Pretty impressive. Absolutely. Who is getting pensions these days?
Oh my gosh, really, if you think about it, the government, a lot of government agencies have pensions if you take advantage of that. There are some large businesses out there, like a little bit of Verizon just did some buyout type options. So there's not that many, and those that do have them, you know, you really got to look at that company and how that's invested and see if that pension saving program you have is actually solvent or not. High risk.
You talk about the buyout part. Is it good to take those buyouts?
Normally I would say yes. So the government, you're not going to see that so much. But in private industry, if you're looking at your pension and you're offered a buyout and you can move out of maybe a risky environment over to a safe environment, get a 10% match and 10% growth on that income account value, that might be the difference between success and maybe a retirement that's not so good.
And what is there, so we kind of talked about what you can replace your pension plans with. And that's the four, I mean, what are the other things you can replace them with?
Well, you can either move into these index type products because you still want growth, right? And so on the income account value, we got the 10% plus 10, 20% after 1 year. But on the cash value side, basically you're still indexed to the market like the S&P 500 or the Dow, but with no risk of loss. So the insurance company backing it will guarantee you no market linked loss. So let's say there's a recession this year. Hope not, right? But if there's a recession, you're scared. You're going to lose a lot of money.
Right.
But in these accounts, you're guaranteed not to lose any money by an insurance company. So that's strong.
So that's a great way to go. And they need to get, how do people get involved in all of this?
Well, they have to give us a call, or somebody like myself that offers both market-based investments and indexed retirement accounts. You really want to have a fiduciary that's going to look out for the best for you, right? So you don't want to just get something that somebody's trying to pigeonhole you into one particular product. You want to get a fiduciary that's going to look at your market-based investments, look at inflation down the road, look at taxation, and look at guaranteeing income.
And we just had some information up on the screen. If you'd like to learn more about how you can self-fund a pension plan, give Larry's office a call right now. They have 10 complimentary portfolio review spots open right now just for Let's Talk Live viewers. So call right now and take advantage of that, because space does fill up quickly. 1-800-611 1952, and you say individuals should have $100,000 in retirement and savings or above, and why is that?
Well, at a certain point, you've got to have some savings for us to work with. We try to help everybody full spectrum, but to come in and, you know, take a couple hours out of our time and your time as well, or their time, we want to make sure it's worthwhile and we're doing the right thing for people. So, you know, normally for a full retirement plan, that's a $1,500 value in our office. On this show, we're waiving the cost for the first 10.
And you just heard that right now, and there's only 10 spots available. So again, give them a call right now and take advantage of this great deal from Larry. We really appreciate you coming in. You always bring such great advice to Let's Talk Live. 1-800-611-1952. That's 1-800-611-1952. We've got much more of Let's Talk Live in just a moment.